We'll put the whole topic a little later, but it's on Sthitpragya. Sthitpragya is a very important aspect of spirituality, of enlightenment, and therefore, those of you who are not familiar with Sthitpragya, or those who are also familiar with it, please clarify, ask questions, be absolutely clear on the subject of Sthitpragya. SIP Sachiv, Siri, Atmanand, and iPhone, SIP Alak Chotwani, Girishanand, and Siji, SIP Samatma, Govind Rajanand, and Am SIP Yogini, Anand Bliko, Am Brahma, SIP Divine, Gigi, Harshal, Sita, Krishnan Amma, SIP Anil Soni, Soham, Parvati Amma, and Viresh, SIP Sukhi, Kamalji, Mita, and Anil, SIP Soham, Shayad, Bliss, Siva, SIP Rekha, Chidanand, Rajkumar, Am Atma, SIP Abha, Premchandji, and the rest who are joining the call. Welcome. Let us start. This is a divine opportunity for us to discuss so many topics. There is no end to our discussion. So many discussions we have, right? And each discussion can lead us forward, onward, upward, inward, Godward. What does Sthit Pragya mean? Is it about being rooted in wisdom? Some people are confused. Some people, Sthit Pragya to them means being very wise. And some people understand Sthit Pragya as the word suggests, Sthit Pragya. So, who will like to talk about what you understand, and who would like to question the subject? We have Aham Atma, Sukhi, and Chidanand. Three people have started. Let us start.
Yeah, good evening, Guruji.
Yes, good
Krishnoham.
evening, sir.
Good evening, good
Yes,
evening.
yes, tell
Yes,
me, sir.
Sthitpragya is one who don't have desire, fear, asai, bayam, kobam. Asai, bayam, kobam. Desire, fear, and angry. If a person is devoid of these three things, he is established in Sthitpragya, Guruji.
That's a new learning for us, because that
This
is,
is
uh,
this is from
that,
Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, God says, actually. I follow that, actually.
okay. So there is nothing wrong in that, what you are saying, but
Okay.
we are trying to go deeper into what more is a Sthit Pragya. No doubt, a Sthit Pragya will be free from anger, fear, desire.
Desire.
I remember these three things you told.
A
But
person A person who always stays in consciousness, regardless of ups and downswings in his life, na?
good,
When he is established in consciousness with the help of an intellect, through
correct.
intellect,
Now,
if he is established in intellect, na?
yeah.
Then
Now
he
you
is
are
said to be in a state of Siddha Prajna.
now you are coming with a more under explanation of it. Thank you. It's a good answer, Sukhi.
Yeah.
Let us get deeper. Today we are going deeper in the
Yes.
subject.
Yeah.
Sukhi,
Shivoham, sir. I bow down to all
Shiva.
those in the call.
Yes, please.
What I understood is a seeker who is always connected to Sith and he has transcended his desires, whose only aim is liberation. And he lives in truth consciousness. Nothing matters to him, come what may. As he knows everything is an illusion, he lives as a divine instrument. And because,
Sukhi.
yeah.
Sukhi, you're telling what again, like Aham Atma at the beginning he told, you're going in that track. He said Asthit Pragya is one who has conquered fear, desire, and anger. Now you are telling other attributes. All these are you're telling are attributes. You're talking of attributes of Asthit Pragya. We are asking, what is Sthit Pragya? What is that? What is the meaning of Sthit Pragya?
So you are in a situation where nothing affects you. There is no anxiety. Means I remembered
I,
I was
I think that
listening.
means this topic is long overdue. That means, continue.
Yogi jo yog mein sada rahe.
So that's a yogi. He's a yogi Asthit Pragya. See, in our learnings, my dear friends, in our when we are trying to be trying to learn spirituality, it is very important for us to learn every aspect of the subject. We have to learn. For example, a good mechanic is not one who can drive a car. A good mechanic is that he knows where to put which bolt, which gear, which spring, how to fix, which spanner to use. So if we want to be enlightened, then we have to be very clear, because Sthit Pragya is a very important, in fact, it is I think, the sixth stage of spiritual awakening. 8 stages of spiritual enlightenment. What's that book? I don't remember. So in the 8 stages, we have Mumukshu, Jigyasu, Jnani, Achidanand showing it, Jnani, Yogi, Buddh, Sthit Pragya. It's a sixth stage. We have a whole chapter. So you must be very clear about what is a Sthit Pragya. But answer correct, Sukhi. I hope you and Ahmatma picked already one point. But even Ahmatma did not still give the 100% clear answer. Today, we must, before the end of the call, we must be 100% clear. Sthit Pragya. Administrator, put the posture up, please. So for the benefit of all, I'm asking for the posture. Sthit Pragya, normally people confuse it with being wise, rooted in wisdom, being enlightened. So these are all the confusions. What does Sthit Pragya mean? Is it rooted in wisdom? Is it being rooted in wisdom? This is the question. I think the grammar is not so clear in the image. But Chidanand, let's see what Chidanand has to say.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sukhi. Yes, Chidanand.
Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
Sit Prajna is the sixth stage of spiritual awakening. And it literally, if you split the word Sthita Prajna, is actually in English, you can say established in consciousness. So it is a stage where in your evolution, you establish yourself in consciousness. But that you can do provided you still your mind. And then, but to talk about today's subject, unless you are established in consciousness, you cannot call yourself a Sthita Prajna.
What is the book telling in the chapter 6? Is the book still telling like this? What is the book telling? Have you seen the book?
Yes, it is talking similar to this, but it is giving a very detailed explanation.
Okay. I thought the book is telling something else, but I don't know. You can just glance at it. Let me. But what you're saying is correct. What you're saying is correct. But when I learned, when I wanted to learn Sthita Pragya, I used these two words in like I use very easy English. For example, being established in consciousness. For being established in consciousness, we have to still the mind. Not only still the mind, you have to activate the intellect. Not only activate the intellect, you have to lock it, you have to block it. You have to be, like you use, but you have to be established.
Established, yes.
With intellect. According to me, the intellect which established is beyond consciousness. It is one step above consciousness. You may be in consciousness, but the intellect may be flickering.
Quivering.
If the intellect is flickering, it's not good. So that's why
You're
this
not
word
established. I
let me
think in that happiness secret, the first three letters, AiR, always in consciousness, intellect over ignorance, and rejoice. I think that
correct.
actually defines Siddha Prajna.
Okay, good, Chidanand. Let's see who else has mugged it by the book. Atmanand, did you mug it by the book? What is Sthita Pragya? I'm trying to give all of you an easy answer, not a difficult answer. Easy answer. Yes, Atmanand.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji. No, I have not read that book. So I think the attribute I understand is being equanimous, and so I'm trying to understand. You have broken down that 6 feet thing into 2 feet, right? Awakening, enlightenment, and liberation. So I think it is somewhere between awakening and enlightenment. Is that a correct understanding?
Actually, I think I don't know why either I have not taught you all this correctly or what. I don't know. Have I? I thought that I have explained very simple. Sthit Pragya. Sthit Pragya in our Zoom language is very important. Very, very, very important, because it's like, you're doing arti. You're doing arti, and the flame, the arti, you light a lamp. You feel so disturbed when that lamp goes off. You're doing arti like this. Have you done? Suddenly the light goes, the wind blows. Oh, you say, hey, I'm doing arti, man. Why the damn it? Yeah, but the one who's a sthit pragya, nothing matters.
So
Because,
it means steady intellect, is it?
where did you get that from?
Okay. Just came.
Maybe you heard it. So let me, yeah, it does. Let's see what others have to say. Harshal, we have many people. Thank you, Arman. Harshal Yogini, Sachiv, and Brahma Siri. Yes.
Sitar, this is the sixth stage of spiritual awakening, and in that, it is within truly you are means what is we are truly inside, and it is telling that to be master of mind, to intellect, start intellect. And in your previous lecture, that in your previous lecture you told that discriminating thought, this or that. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, but you're audible,
Uh,
but I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to make it understandable. The point is, we can discuss 2 hours on Sthit Pragya, but today we are trying to get to the root of it. Yogini, thank you, Ashil. Yogi, let me see. Yogini, let's hear everybody and see what you have to say. What do you have to say, Yogini?
Shivam, sir. So I
Yes.
wanted to say that it is the sixth stage of the enlightenment, because fifth stage, the Buddha stage, we are already in the Buddha stage, we are enlightened. So after enlightenment only is the sixth pragya. So
Yeah, but what is what is
this one he cannot slip, no. He has
what
to
is
be
Sthit Pragya?
conscious all the time.
We are still asking what is Sthit Pragya.
Steady, like you have taught us this steady intellect. We
So
have
what's the meaning
learned
of
from
steady
you
intellect?
only.
Have you learned steady
Steady,
intellect? Have you learned
yes, you have told us this steady intellect. That is,
what's the meaning? What's the
there
meaning
is
of steady intellect?
no question of wavering. You have
So how
to
do you
have
reach
a,
that state? So how do you reach that state?
you have to explain it.
No, but you should know it. Sachiv, you all have
Yes.
to be very, this is a very important aspect of enlightenment.
एक minute.
It is very, very important. Sachiv and Brahma Siri
Shivam Guruji.
and Girish Anand. Yes,
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, tell me.
I'll try to attempt this. I think from my understanding is that the person who's in complete consciousness throughout, he realized that he's not a body, mind, and ego. He's an enlightened ego. And also, one is basically, whose remains as a monk throughout, his life. He's also detached, attached. So these are some combinations to be Satpagya. This is
You're
what
all
my
talking about
understanding.
you're all talking about attributes. You're all talking about the effects.
It's basically
What
stillness.
is what it's just like this.
Stillness.
Somebody asks you, what is the
Stillness.
no? Somebody's asking you, what is a knife? And your answer is, it's something. A knife is what we use. Knife is for is what gives us nice pieces of apple. A knife is what gives us slices of bread. No, you're not telling what is a knife. A
Stillness.
knife is an
Stillness.
instrument.
Complete
A knife
calmness.
it is an instrument that is
Complete,
able to cut an
complete
apple into
peace.
time. No.
Complete
So I'm
peace,
just saying,
stillness.
no. I am Brahma. Siri, Girishanand Renuka. Vinaya.
Shivam
Yes,
Guruji.
Shiva.
Guruji, Sthita Pragya is the one who lives in consciousness and has a steady intellect. So, having a steady intellect allows a person to discriminate, and he realizes that he's I, but does not live as I. And this frees him from the mind and ego. So, I think the Sthita Pragya is this person, Guruji.
But you all are making it very long. You all are making the answer very complicated. It doesn't go with our Zoom. Our Zoom teachings are very easy, very simple. Siri, I am Brahma. Stand by and see what. It's very what we are talking is very simple. Yes, Siri.
Shivam Guruji, Sthitpragya means steady intellect. We had a session on this with Pridya, and you have to, it is after awakening, that is after the Buddhist state, and so he will never slip. He will always be in the steady intellect, means you have to always be in that state. You have to never slip and without any mind, and you are always in that sit consciousness. To steady intellect, you will always discriminate. You are, nobody can come and shake you in that state. So you are
So
established.
first of all, with Siri now telling after Atmanand and one more person who told, I think Yogini, yes, Sthit Pragya means steady intellect. The word Sthit means steady, Pragya means intellect, not wisdom, which is very commonly misunderstood. A Sthit Pragya is one who is not kabhi, not sometimes mind. Many people are sometimes mind, sometimes intellect. Such a person is not a Sthit Pragya. A Sthit Pragya is a person, therefore, always established in consciousness. Because without being established in consciousness, what Chidanand said, you cannot be a Sthit Pragya. First of all, the Sthit Pragya is beyond consciousness. It is not only being in consciousness, you are in consciousness, you still the mind, you kill the mind, you lock the mind, you block the mind, you activate the intellect, you eliminate the mind, you discriminate thought, you become a master of thought. So it's very important for you all to understand in two words. Two words. What is a Sthit Pragya? Sthit. Sthit. Sthir. Sthit. This comes from the word steady. Steady. Pragya is basically discrimination, intellect, tool of intellect, tool of discrimination. Sthit Pragya. Sthit Pragya. Anything more you want to tell, Rajiv? Sorry? Sorry. So, Sydney, I don't know why you all forget, or maybe am I confusing you all? Because it's, but I would like to understand. Now we are going the first step forward. Is Sthit Pragya actually steady intellect, what we believe? Or is Sthit Pragya wisdom? What is it? What is, because people who are reading Bhagavad Gita are confused. They are thinking Sthit Pragya, like Aham Atma came and said, Sthit Pragya is one who has overcome fear, anger, and desire. Anybody who overcomes fear, anger, and desire is not Sthit Pragya. Sorry. You can't be Sthit Pragya. So Girishanand, let me see who will add some more value to the call. Girishanand, Minier, Rajanand, Meenakshi. Sibabliko.
A Sthitpragya is a person whose capacity to discriminate is based on right knowledge and it is unwavering because he always remains in consciousness.
So first of all, I want you to be clear. The word Sthit Pragya. Are we clear what it means, or you have any doubt in this?
No.
Sthit Pragya means steady intellect. First point. Now I'm coming to your point. When can you have steady intellect?
When we are in consciousness and whatever we discriminate is based on right knowledge.
How can there be wrong knowledge? The tool of discrimination, the buddhi, does not, here let's be clear, the buddhi does not go to city market to bring knowledge. The buddhi is only discriminating. The buddhi's job is not to bring knowledge. The buddhi's job is to discriminate the knowledge. And the buddhi is very intelligent. It is intellect. It is full of intelligence. If you tell the buddhi, should I kill one man or kill two men, what the buddhi will answer?
No.
Don't kill anybody. The buddhi will not listen to nonsense of the mind. Because when the buddhi is active, Girish, what is the first point? When the buddhi is active means what?
Please repeat.
Means when the buddhi, the intellect is active, what does it mean?
We are able to discriminate and we are in consciousness.
We are
mind is away, locked.
Now let us be very clear. First point, we have to still the mind, kill the mind, eliminate the mind. Point one. When you eliminate the mind, immediately you come into consciousness. Are you Sthit Pragya? Are you Sthitpragya? Siri, are you Sthitpragya? Siri, if you eliminate the mind and come to consciousness, are you Sthitpragya? Siri, Siri.
It comes
Siri,
only
are you
after enlightenment, after awakening only you can be in that stage, always in that stage. So waiting for it on the line.
If you enlightenment is a separate subject, we will not bring that. Yes, we are right as per our stages, as per the book. Yes. So Girish, back to three again. When you still the mind, you are automatically in consciousness, because if there's mind, there's no consciousness. If there's consciousness, there's no mind. One. Now, in consciousness, the intellect has to be activated. So Girish, you drive car or don't drive car? Can you put the car in first gear without coming to neutral, without pressing the clutch? This is what understanding. First you plus the clutch. When you press the clutch, only then the gear will move. I hope, see, so very important for everybody to be very clear. Sthitpragya, steady intellect. Steady intellect, what Girish, you said, absence of mind. Absence of mind means consciousness. In consciousness, intellect is active. Activated intellect must move to the gear. Lock the mind, block the mind, completely lock and block. Now where is the mind? Now there is no mind. When there is no mind, then only Sthitpragya can happen. Now I am asking you another situation. The mind is drifting away, consciousness comes, but Sthitpragya is not there. Sometimes mind is wavy, coming like a wave, going, coming like wind and going. Can you have Sthitpragya? You cannot have Sthitpragya because the mind is constantly bombarding and stopping, bombarding, stopping, bombarding, stopping, bombarding. That is not Sthitpragya. Sthitpragya means pakka, 100%. No 99%. Some people who try to say 70%, 80%, 90%, no use. 100% needed, 100%. Then you are 100% enlightened, 100% you will be Prabhu. Therefore, today's subject of discussion, very important. Very so, Girish, please contemplate. If you want to ask something more, please ask. Am I coming clearly what I'm saying, Girish? Sthitpragya. Sthit means completely steady, unshakable. Sthitpragya. Yes.
To guide that person to make a decision, he should have some knowledge about right or wrong. So based on right knowledge, whatever he has realized or read from some book which he believes to be true, he has to take a decision. So always his discrimination will be based on right knowledge. According to him, that is the right knowledge from which he will not deviate.
Okay, I appreciate, respect your point. Can you tell me, can you define what is the meaning of right knowledge? According to Iran, they are having nuclear weapons is right knowledge. According to Donald Trump, eliminating that nuclear power is right knowledge. Now, which is right knowledge?
In the state of intellect, selfishness will not be there. So whatever points of Sat guides him, based on that knowledge, he will take a decision.
So, Girish, kindly contemplate, Girish. I think the word you should use, no, Girish, is not the word knowledge. You should say based on realization, based on anubhuti.
Okay, right
so
knowledge or
try,
samyak jnan.
Yeah.
Samyak jnan.
That's not see the translation, you're getting caught in translation. Wrong. Don't take the word knowledge, because if you take the word knowledge, then you will be misled. Please contemplate and come back one more time if you have to think. Minier, Renuka, Rajanand, Meenakshi, Siba. Because very important subject today. Yes.
Sir, in one of the Zoom call, you've explained visually So I want to show that example. So to be in Sthitpragya, you have to still the mind. You showed me the hand like this to still the mind. So you reach to a thoughtfulness state, and in that state, the intellect is activated, and then you have to lock the mind. So your intellect is shining, and you achieve a steady intellect state. That's what I remember.
Good, good. You remember the locking. See, it's like in your house. If you don't lock the door, if you don't really lock it,
Yeah.
the thief can come inside. Therefore, the concept of locking is very important. And this locking can only happen when I also give an example. Remember, if the thoughts are flowing from the mind, can you lock it?
You have to come into the.
I gave
state
one
of-
more example, maybe in that call. I said the mind is like a gushing river.
Yeah.
The river is flowing. Can you build a dam? Can you build a dam when the river is flowing?
Let it go through until you reach to that state of stillness of the mind.
Yeah, when there you have to wipe out the mind.
Then
you must Sthitpragya puts a dam.
Yeah.
It lock it, you block it,
and
then you are established in consciousness. When you are established in consciousness, your intellect becomes Sthitpragya.
Yeah.
Sthit means steady.
Steady intellect.
You don't need any. I was telling Girish, the intellect is not based on knowledge.
This example was very good to remember, actually.
The intellect is not based on knowledge. The intellect is based on consciousness.
Consciousness, yeah.
From SIP. So the intellect does not need any knowledge. It's just like if some people ask the question, without knowledge, how can the intellect function? Who told the child where to drink the mother's milk from? Who gave knowledge?
Steady intellect.
No, this is called
example of the
intuition. Some things are beyond our understanding.
Yeah.
Nobody tells a child. So nobody teaches a small bird how to fly. How does the bird fly? Imagine a fish. How does the fish swim? Who teaches the fish to swim? So the intellect is got the capability of discrimination, and the intellect needs to make a choice to choose through, of course, Satchit Anand, through experiences. That's why it's a sixth stage. A person who is not Jigyasu, Mumukshu cannot become Sthitpragya. How can you become Sthitpragya?
You have to go.
Sthitpragya is only a Buddha. A Buddha who has got the Gyan, which Girish said, a Buddha who has already got the Atma Gyan, Atma Bodhi. Then only the person can become this. Anything else, Minia?
Yeah, yes, that's all.
Good. You remember Rajanand?
Sir.
Bolo, sir.
Sir, after one becomes yogi, then Buddha. Buddha means that there is no overtaking of mind. Mind does not overtake. That means you remain in a persistent consciousness, truth consciousness, in the consciousness of truth. The intellect shines. It shines. एक तलवार की तरह हो जाता है. And the discriminative power increases day by day, day by day, day by day. And you are able to be with the real knowledge that I, जो हम बोलते हैं, but I am not, I am that, or Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya. With this, you remain steady in this knowledge, and you don't get swayed. You don't sink in the samsara.
Again, you are going off subject. Rajanand, it is not knowledge.
Okay, sir, but जब intellect, आपका intellect रहेगा, but you have discriminatory powers. हमें कौन लेता है? What drags us to samsara? Sometimes we feel it is real, so we are dragged. So we should have raised intellect for that. वही जब raised intellect होगा, that means we are Sthitpragya. When we don't get swayed to the samsara, that means हम strong है.
But what you are saying now, तो पहले तो Sthitpragya है क्या?
Sthitpragya वही स्थिर था. एक मतलब उसके स्टडी इंटेलेक्ट में रहना, रेज इंटेलेक्ट में रहना.
Steady, established. It is established intellect. उसका मतलब ये है कि just now I was telling Girish, it is not about wisdom. It is not about knowledge. कोई भी आदमी विजडम के साथ भी गिर सकता है, नॉलेज के साथ भी डूब सकता है, लेकिन स्थित प्रज्ञा नहीं करेगा.
Because the intellect will not allow him to fall.
So use the word intellect.
Raised intellect in truth consciousness.
Yeah, but don't use the word. You were saying something about knowledge and wisdom. This is where the problem comes.
Because इतना अभी दाएं बाएं हो जाता है, sir.
When you're in consciousness, we have to be cautious of the words we use. Thank you, Meenakshi.
Yes, sir.
Meenakshi Shiba Blikoru Mataji.
Hello. Yeah, Shubhavan
Yes.
sir.
Sure, Meenakshi.
So, sir, my understanding is steady intellect means where your intellect is always activated. First, second, you have
Yes.
crossed the 11 steps of mind, and
Yes.
third, you are not affected by any sukha dukkha. You have already crossed that state. But I have one doubt on this.
Actually, you're
What
not.
about the
No,
ego?
but you're not free from sukha dukkha. That's not yet.
The
That is
suffering
Jivan Mukta. You're talking about the next level of Jivan Mukta.
No, but sir, when you are always established in consciousness and your intellect is always activated, then I think you are able to make right decisions, and then you are in subconsciousness now always. So you does not get affected by the sukha or dukkha.
No. So let's go slow. So what is a Sthitpragya? First, you understand what is a Sthitpragya? It is.
The intellect is always activated.
It is about the talwar. The intellect is like a sword. It is
Yeah.
always ready. Point number one. ठीक है? ये कभी होता है? It happens when the mind is eliminated.
Completely, yeah.
And you are awakened. You say, "Oh, there's no mind," and you probably are. The ego is enlightened. The ego is enlightened. Buddh ban gaya. Buddh matlab, I am not this body that will die. There is no mind, and the ego is awakened. And now I'm in consciousness. I'm established in consciousness, and being established in consciousness, my talwar, my buddhi is standing like this. Correct?
Yeah.
It does not mean that you are liberated.
So, but suffering is not there, na? When you realize that I am not the body, I am already Buddha.
Ideally, if you are a Sthitpragya, then suffering will disappear. It is you have to live as a Sthitpragya. When my miseries and the monsters come, the Sthitpragya will cut it. But it is the process of a Sthitpragya which will take you to the state of Jivan Mukta, where you are free from all suffering.
So there is very thin line between Sthitpragya and
The
Jivan-mukta.
Sthitpragya is one step just away from Jivan Mukta. Suppose you are a Sthitpragya, but your past karma is very bad. Your past karma is too bad. Then what will happen?
Then again, you will not feeling that I am the body. You will not have that. You will always in the consciousness. So I think the suffering will not be there.
No, but that will attack you, right? The suffering will attack you.
Suffering will attack in Jivan Mukta state also, na?
No. In a Jivan Mukta, the word Jivan Mukta means you're already Mukta. Jivan Mukta is one who has crossed karma. A Sthitpragya has still not crossed karma.
Okay.
A Sthitpragya is awakened. कि मेरा karma है नहीं. But still living in the body, mind, ego.
So there is, so awakened and not fully awakened. There's a difference.
It is awakened but not enlightened. It is fully awakened.
Correct.
It is not. So I think it's very good. Today's topic is giving you all food for thought, but you must don't. Problem is, all of you, we will leave this subject, and after 1 month, again after 2 months, when we are talking of Sthitpragya, again you will be scratching your head. No, become a master of the Sthitpragya. Why 8 stages? You should be master of all the 8 stages. Why again we have to go back to 8 stages? So let us be clear. Point number 1. Sthitpragya, steady intellect. Point number 2. Steady intellect can only come when we are established in consciousness. Point number 3. We can be established in consciousness only when we still the mind, kill the mind, eliminate the mind. Now we have awakened the ego, eliminated the mind. I am not the body. Now I am Buddha. I am awakened. Who am I? I am a yogi. All okay. But I'm still not mukta.
Okay.
To be a mukta, I have to live the journey of a Sthitpragya. As a Sthitpragya, thakak, tak, cut, tikak, tikak. Every time something comes to you, some karma comes to you, cut it, chop it, stop it, block it. If you keep doing this, then what will happen?
Jivan Mukta, you will be.
You will become a Jivan Mukta. Correct. Now you're understanding. I hope you're getting what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, I have got your point, sir. One more doubt I have. Like, for your case, sometimes you say कि you also have the minds, not the completely mindset, but you have for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Toxic thoughts.
Okay, thoughts only, because you does not get into mind state, right?
Okay, you get. When I've already eliminated mind, then and I'm established in consciousness, where is mind?
Okay, got it.
If I, of course, let me tell you, suppose one day I unlock my mind, then what happens?
You were not enlightened then.
No, I'm enlightened. Because I'm enlightened, somebody comes and tests me. What is that Moini story? What is that Moini? That story? Vishwamitra. Some Vishwamitra, some story is there, and some celestial nymphs, they will come from heaven, and you get carried away. Then what happens? In that moment, if you unlock the door, that means you were never a Sthitpragya.
You were. That's what I said. You were never enlightened then.
Correct. So you get the point, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's why this journey is so important. That's why we can't slip. That's why we have to hold the grip properly. We can't make a mistake. Okay, Siba, Bliko, come back if you want to ask me some more. Siba, Bliko.
Pranam Guruji. Sthitpragya means, Guruji, when you drop your intellect and you are just the witness of the situation, Guruji.
Drop your intellect. Where you drop your intellect? In market?
Guruji, dimagi nahi chalana hai. Bas you just are the witness of the situation, Guruji.
No, not correct. Your answer is not correct. Bliko, you don't drop the intellect. You have to lock the intellect. You have to lock it, not drop it. You cannot be Sthitpragya without intellect. Bliko.
Shivoham, love you all.
Shivoham.
So I'm not Sthitpragya, but I can define it in words. So when knowledge become crystallized, person become realized. That person who has a ability
I'm busy. Bliko,
to discriminate
I'm loading you.
using
Bliko,
his intellect,
switch off your video, please.
which is
Bliko,
always
switch off
available,
your video.
is a Sthitpragya.
Bliko can't hear you. You have to repeat with your video off, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
When knowledge become crystallized, a realized person has the ability to use his intellect all the time and to discriminate. That is called a Sthitpragya state.
Go slow. So what is Sthitpragya?
The person's ability to discriminate the things with his realized state, live in a Sthitpragya state.
Meaning of Sthit, meaning of Pragya.
Sthit means steady, Pragya means intellect.
So
whose intellect is steady.
Therefore, now you can explain this if you like, but don't lose the first step. Sthitpragya, nobody in this call
steady intellect.
If anybody asks in the call, if you have a doubt, question me now. Correct. If you don't agree Sthitpragya is steady intellect, then you argue with me now and clarify with me now.
No, I am very clear about that.
Yeah.
Sthitpragya is a steady intellect. That is for sure. But the person who is realized has the access to do that?
So, my dear, now let us quickly
Who has
understand
access to all the time?
how do you become a Sthitpragya?
When your knowledge become crystallized and you become realize, you don't have to remember
Why are you?
anything.
Why are you using? Why are you using? You're still talking of water, milk, tea powder when the tea is already made.
Yeah. So when one is realized, you don't have to
Knowledge is over.
memorize anything.
Bliko, knowledge is over. Crystallization is over. When knowledge is crystallized, what do you get?
Yeah, awakening, or you
You
are
get
realized. Yeah,
when
realization.
when knowledge is crystallized, you get realization.
Realization. Yeah, that is what
Stop
I'm
talking about knowledge and crystallization.
No,
That
I'm just
LKG ho
saying
gaya.
the step where the realization comes from knowledge only, right? It will not come from the air.
Who causes the realization?
Awakening. When the knowledge becomes
Who
crystallized.
causes the awakening?
Awakening is the knowledge which is
Does Prabhu give awakening?
No, you have to your own efforts and Guru's
Does
guidance.
Guru give awakening?
No, Guru gives knowledge and then you have to work on it.
Does knowledge create realization?
Knowledge, when knowledge get absorbed, that becomes realization.
Who causes the knowledge to be crystallized?
That Prabhu, God's grace and your own effort.
Which effort? Your shoe? Your nose?
No, your constant contemplation on that.
My dear Bliko, it is your intellect.
Yeah, intellect is always the contemplation. How will you do contemplation?
No, not always. Only there. Only. You're saying always
intellect
there.
is an inherent part of your sadhana.
No.
Knowledge comes in intellect only. It doesn't go into your ear and nose.
Bliko, stop
So
giving
intellect
importance
is right
to.
word. By definition, it is steady intellect. So intellect is always there.
My dear Bliko,
you realize or not.
Stop giving importance to knowledge.
Yeah. I don't give knowledge because knowledge is the first step. It goes to the realization, then the step is over.
Bliko, Girish, Chidanand. All three. Bliko, Girish, and Chidanand. If knowledge was realization, this whole world would be realized. All the pundits in this world would be enlightened. Please, I am objecting to the use of the word knowledge. Please use the term realizations. Realization happens from intellectual, from the state of intellect, from buddhi. Who gives the spark of aha moment? Not the ego, not the mind, not the body, not the nose, not the ears, not the heart, not the kidneys. It is only the aha moment comes only from Viveka Chudamani. That's why Adi Shankara calls it Viveka Chudamani. The treasure of the intellect. So I think this may lead to one more session. I don't know. I'm feeling like I have lost in the battle by not teaching you all Sthitpragya properly. I'm starting to feel like that, but we can do one more session. Just administrator, please make note on Sthitpragya. Chidanand wants to say something, and then Mataji. Chidanand. So Bliko, if you're not yet clear, come back, Bliko. We think we should not go with lack of clarity. Yes, Chidanand.
One should understand Jnanam Bandhaha. Knowledge itself is bondage. It cannot. This intellect is something to do with buddhi and nothing to do with vidya or knowledge.
But Chidanand, the problem with these words are we get caught in these words, though, Chidanand.
Yeah, this English translations sometimes don't give us the proper meaning. Nowhere
unfortunately, I'm using only Sanskrit word of Sthitpragya. I'm only using that.
No, what happens?
But I don't know.
What happens, Guruji? In Indian languages, these words are used. Whether you speak Hindi or these words, jnana and all comes. Whereas the original Sanskrit meaning is very clear. And so in
what
English,
I'm worried,
knowledge is never.
I'm very worried about you people talking about knowledge. I'm very worried about it.
No, I never say knowledge. I always say knowledge, banda. Those days are gone.
Because
knowledge cannot give you. It's a discriminative power, the intellect, which can only become sharp only when the consciousness is there full blow. That means mind is gone.
Some gurus, they talk about how Sthitpragya
Yes.
is like a sharp knife. My Dada used to tell, I'm remembering Dada used to tell, Sthitpragya is like a sharp knife. You can cut,
Yes.
just cut like that. So according to
Yes.
Dada, Sthitpragya is like a chop. Any ignorance, chop it.
Intellect is always
So,
sharp like a knife.
okay, thank you. We have got about 9 minutes. Rekha, Soham, Kamal, Ahem Atma, Atmanand, God's will. 6 people, administrator, lock the questions. God's will be last. Rekha Parwani. Yes.
Shivoham, Sthitpragya is the one who has conquered the mind and has locked in steady intellect and will
Yes.
not slip.
Good. Good answer. Soham. Good answer. Soham. Kamalji.
Shivam Guruji.
Yes, Soham.
Sir, I think Sthitpragya is the person who discriminate in consciousness with steady intellect and who detach from all the samsara, all the desires and deep longing desire for the God with all discipline, sir.
No, please repeat slowly. You are going. So what is Sthitpragya?
Sthitpragya is, sir, in consciousness with steady intellect.
My dear, why do you say in consciousness? Steady intellect cannot come without consciousness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So don't say in consciousness.
Okay.
In consciousness is a prerequisite. Without consciousness, Sthitpragya cannot be.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So just concentrate on the word Sthitpragya, steady intellect. I want to have steady intellect, steady intellect, steady intellect. If AiR tells something wrong in the call, catch him, stop. Why? How? If my guru used to make a mistake, I used to quietly ask him, Dada, how like this? How you're telling like this? And then he had to explain to me. So any teacher has to explain. Okay, Soham, Kamalji. Kamal, Ahem Atma, Atmanand, God's will.
Shivam Guruji.
Sir.
I remember when I was translating your 8th stage of awakening in Hindi, there one place I think you mentioned Sthitpragya is a true monk, M-O-N-K, and then you define monk, M-O-N-K you define, where you said master M is master of mind, only in yoga he lives, no desires he has, and karma he transcends. That is what I remember that you wrote in English and then I converted it into Hindi and all that. So I think Sthitpragya is that monk, M-O-N-K.
Actually, वो monk हो जाता है. What you are saying, Sthitpragya ही monk हो सकता है. But हर monk Sthitpragya नहीं हो सकता. You can become a monk. Anybody can say, अच्छा मैंने mind को मार दिया है, मेरा mind है नहीं, मैं monk बन गया. अरे तो monk बनाए लेकिन Sthitpragya है.
But there you said that Sthitpragya is a true monk, and then you define, and I remember suddenly that. So I thought
But that monk should remain in Sthitpragya. That monk should not become a monkey again.
Correct. That Eva has to be removed.
If the monk becomes a monkey, then there's a problem. There's a big problem. Okay. Ahem Atma, Atmanand.
Guruji, I have a certain doubt actually. In the word Sthitpragya, Prajna is used. In the Mahavakya, Prajnanam Brahma. What is both are similar or what is that actually?
I have no clue about. I am not a Sanskrit scholar. You have to ask the Sanskrit scholar. Actually, I think it should be. I'm not sure. Chidanand is the same Prajna used here and there. Chidanand, I'm not sure. Chidanand can. It's not the same Prajna. It's a different Prajna. Okay, so we'll leave Chidanand to study and come back. But I told you, I am not. With folded hands, I am not a Sanskrit scholar. Okay, Atmanand.
So Shivam Guruji, so what I understood from today's call is it is not steady knowledge or steady wisdom, it is steady intellect.
No, absolutely. Atmanand, you cannot have steady knowledge. You cannot have steady wisdom, because in case-to-case basis, the wisdom and the knowledge may be differently used. That's why they say no two enlightened people have the same enlightenment. Everybody has their own. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Vivekananda, Ramana Maharishi, Adi Shankara have their own completely different enlightenments. So it's and what knowledge and wisdom is unchangeable. It's like a case law. So knowledge means like 2 + 2 = 4. Nobody can say 2 + 2 is 5. No, that where is the knowledge? Here it is not. How in discrimination, in knowledge 1 + 1 is equal to
2.
In knowledge 1 + 1 is equal to
1. Huh?
No, in knowledge how can it be 1? That means you don't have knowledge.
2.
And if you ask any child on the street, what is 1 + 1?
2.
This is knowledge. But a Sthitpragya will tell you 1 + 1 is equal to 1. How do you differentiate between knowledge and this discrimination? 1 + 1, because 1 + 1, if you are talking about enlightenment, then 1 + 1 should be equal to 1. If 1 + 1 is equal to 2, there can never be enlightenment. There can never be that 1 + 1 person cannot become soulmates. They cannot go forward. Okay, got it? Atman, God's will, Rumataji. 2 more, please, before we close. But very interesting call. Every time I start a call, I think, kya ye call aaj boring call hai kya? Today you have shaken me up today, thinking that this call was a very ordinary call. I'm thinking one more session we have to have. God's will and Rumataji.
Shiva Hangsit, thank you for the call. And
yes,
I just have one question. I think the danger, the potential danger is that avidya is not completely eradicated. And I think that there's actually a particular danger in this state where you're actually in a very high state, but the avidya is still operating. And I think that
wait. Slow. Now, God's will. Please tell me, where does the avidya come from?
It comes from mind. I don't know.
But wait. It comes from the mind. But Sthitpragya means you destroy the mind, you kill the mind, you still the mind. You are in a state of consciousness. In a state of consciousness, where is avidya?
There's no avidya.
There's no avidya.
Because I thought it might be operating out somehow in the outside.
Wait, you are right. You are right. Wait. So first of all, you understand this point that the mind is destroyed and you're in consciousness. Are you clear about it?
Yes, no, I understand that, yes.
The intellect, you lock the mind, you block the mind, correct?
Yes, correct, yes.
But still, some random toxic thought may enter.
Yes, that's it.
If that random toxic thought enters, what you need to do then?
Well, you need to still quell, dispel.
You need to shoot it. You need to chop it. You need to chop it. Stop it, crop it, chop it, drop it.
Yes, that's it.
There's no mind. I hope you're getting my point. There's no avidya. There's no mind. But because of your karma, because of some reason, one toxic thought comes. It comes and tells you God's will. Let us have the latest malt whiskey. It's the best malt whiskey in the world. Then we will go to AiR call, Zoom call, after 3 pegs of good whiskey.
Yes.
If you're Sthitpragya, what will you do?
You chop. Well, if you eat, I hope you recover. All I can say is I hope you recover. I hope you manage to deal with it, because it could be a big problem.
If you're a Sthitpragya, you'll take that whiskey and push it down the sink.
Definitely.
But if you're not a Sthitpragya, you'll have a drink. So whether you push it down the sink or you have a drink will discriminate you're a Sthitpragya or not.
Okay. Thank you.
If you're a Sthitpragya, no question of doing wrong. Somebody may offer you a Rolex watch. Somebody may offer you Rolls Royce. a Sthitpragya cannot be wavered. Unwavering. This is what a lot of good things Krishna tells in Sthitpragya and the Bhagavad Gita, which I am not familiar to, and I don't even want you all to go, because sometimes the words are the wrong translations, wrong interpretation. What I want to leave with you all today, Dhruv is last. What I want to leave with you today: stand with a sword, brandished, shining sword to cut anything that comes in between your enlightenment, your liberation. Cut it, chop it, cut it. And this is the meaning of Sthitpragya. Sthitpragya means anything. You have no knowledge of it, doesn't matter. You have never heard of it, doesn't matter. You get the most obnoxious creature coming in front of you. You are in consciousness, your intellect will tell you what to do. Because when the moment you are in individual consciousness and Sthitpragya, you are already united with divine consciousness. You have to have very clear black and white. Remember, I told you this or that, black or white, wrong or right. This is Sthitpragya, Sthitpragya, Sthitpragya. Last, Rupa Mataji, before we close.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Shivoham. Guruji, Sthitpragya is a stage when complete metamorphosis takes place. The caterpillar becomes the butterfly, which flies in the air and can never return back into caterpillar.
No, no, no. रूमाता जी वो तो सच्चिदानंद आत्मा हो गया. आप बहुत आगे बढ़ गए.
वो सच्चिदा आत्मा है.
वो जीवन मुक्ता के बाद वो होता है.
Okay.
Sthitpragya is needed to reach that state. अगर आप स्थित, कई लोग हैं वो उसको बोलते हैं आज छोड़ो, आज होली है, जूम कॉल को थोड़ा डुबकी मारो, गुम कॉल को थोड़ा होली खेलेंगे. स्थितप्रज्ञा बोलेगा गोली मारो तुम्हारे को, होली को गोली, मेरे को जूम चाहिए. So many people miss the Zoom call. I only understand one thing. Unfortunately, they lost for whatever reason. I am telling you to that level. From April of 26, I have changed my ticketing, not to miss even the travel. I am cancelling one day of travel, not to miss the Zoom call. Torumataji, that ends that. Let us get into 2 minutes of meditation. Thank you. The moment I start meditation at the end of each call, automatically, you know by now, eyes closed, senses switched off, complete consciousness, complete meditativeness. This is the most important way to end the call. First, you bend all your conditions, and then you end the call in deep consciousness. Even the Sthitpragya becomes completely still. Because in this stillness, there is nothingness. In this nothingness, there is consciousness. In this consciousness, the Sthitpragya becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. The Sthitpragya meditation is only to sip and praying to sip the most profound mantra. And this is the mantra of the Sthitpragya. The mantra is Asato ma satgamaya, Asato ma satgamaya, Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amrutam gamaya. Oh.